Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you had a great week off from school, from meeting in classes. I've missed you guys and I can't wait to see you again. It's funny, I think that week we just had was probably the most normal thing I've done since we've been out of school. As we're headed back, I'm feeling just like I normally do at the end of vacation. Man, I wish I'd done a few more things to get a chance to do some fun stuff. I hope you did too. Um, but I'm certainly looking forward to getting back and seeing all of you and getting that interaction in. I've had a chance to think about what we've done so far uh, since we've been out, and I'm going to make a few changes moving forward. So make sure you pay attention to the directions this week. Got a few new ideas. We're going to stick with those same kind of three threads: the current events, the personal history, and the content. But we're going to do something a little different with each of them. So, first off, with the current events, you've been doing those up first quizzes 2 a week, and I couldn't convince some of you to do two. I don't know what was going on there, either too many, too few, but it didn't work. So we're changing it up. It's going to be one quiz. It's posted on Google Classroom, so it's online. It's great for me at least, because it's going to grade itself. You'll get feedback immediately, um, but it's also what I would call, maybe we could call it open note, except there are no notes. Well, maybe open internet. So you're welcome to sit there with a web browser and look everything up as you do it. So everybody should be knocking this out of the park. It's going to be 11 questions this week. That'll be about the amount that'll be every week, 10, 11 questions. Um, but hopefully allow you to do it all in one shot. No more podcasts to listen to, which may disappoint some of you and maybe thrilling to others. So a little change in that, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you which format you like better. So we're going to try that format out at least for the next 2 weeks, see how it goes. And I apologize, I'm going to look off screen because I got to make sure I remember the changes that we've got here. Instead of documenting your week, which was going okay, but I think it was wearing on some of you, we need to do something a little different. Um, a former student of mine from years ago actually just sent me an article about what a college professor is doing and looking at a different light in terms of collecting artifacts. To, what would somebody put in a time capsule, or what would be in display in a museum years from now that would explain to people what it was like to live during this time. I want you to think about maybe what you would put in that time capsule, or what you would put on display in that museum. And we're going to start collecting artifacts over the next few weeks. Um, with each artifact that you submit, 1 a week, just want a brief paragraph of the role that it's playing in your life and why this might go on display. I've included an example in that assignment as well, so that may help you out, get a ballpark idea of what I'm looking for. So instead of documenting your whole week, I'm just looking for you to collect artifacts. I would also recommend reading the article that my former student sent me. It'll give you an idea of really the impact of the assignment and what it's getting at. There's some pretty powerful stuff in there, and I know it spoke to me beyond what's going on right now. So I would recommend that you check that out as well. Lastly, way back in September when we got to start, we talked about the goal of this course was to form opinions on current issues and get people to formulate that informed response. And I want to do a little of that before we go. So to start this week, I want you to pick a current issue, and it could have to deal with the pandemic, and it might not. It's up to you. Some of you may really be thinking about some of the issues that are going on right now and want to delve into it, and others may be coronavirus, COVID-19 out and want to be able to focus on something else. Either way is fine with me, but I want you to think about some questions that our country, maybe the world, needs to answer right now. So, for example, when should we reopen our businesses, our economy, as it's talked about in the news? When is it safe to do that? Who gets to make that decision? When do our schools get to reopen? Who makes that decision? And what are schools going to look like when it reopens? Excuse me. um, Voting. We got an election coming up in November. How should people be able to vote? That's been an issue. But there are tons of questions and topics that I've included in the Civic Action Project initial topic form assignment that I want you to check out. For this week, all I want you to do is think about what question you would want to address, what would you want to focus on in terms of developing an opinion about, and then what questions do you need to answer in order to be able to formulate an opinion? We're just scratching the surface of all this. If you're going to start diving into this, doing some research, what questions are you going to be looking to answer in order to truly be able to form your opinion on it? I'm looking for you to develop 5 questions on the topic that you choose. All these assignments are going to be due on Sunday, May 3rd. So I hope that explains everything. Hope to have contact with you guys this week. And again, I hope things are going well. If you don't get to see me in our meetings, please feel free to reach out anytime. Happy to set up a meeting with you, email. I'm trying to keep up with it, but I'll admit it's tough. I'm not doing as good a job as I'd like, but I'm trying, and I'm certainly here for you guys, so let me know if you need anything. Hope you're all well. Stay healthy.